Mm, mm, What's up, y'all? What's up, y'all? Oh, what's up, y'all? Oh, what's up? Let me see which way. Y'all look. Okay, I like that a little bit better. What up, y'all? Maybe like right here. Okay. Let's get y'all position in a good position. Yes. Yes, y'all. Yes, y'all. Get down, get down. Oh, shoot. I got to record my how much money I made in a day video before I go home. Okay. Yeah, I got one more video to do before. How much money did I make? That's the question today. I know it was not. Well, it was a lot compared to Saturday night. Okay, talking to myself. What's up, beautiful people, and welcome back to our channel. What's up, beautiful people, and welcome back to Currently Building Generational Wealth Lifestyle. I am one of your hosts, the one, the only, the flyest on today. I look a little rough. I am Danielle Bailey, and of course, God is the ultimate host. I gotta bring these shirts back. Yeah, these shirts wasn't done well. Nonetheless, I'm losing focus. Stay focused, girl. Okay, y'all. What's up, y'all? Happy Monday, everybody. I hope that everybody's having an amazing Monday. Yes. Make sure y'all like, share. Baby, my mind is all over the place. My God, I'm gonna get it together. Come on, Lord. Help me today, Lord, please, Lord. Oh, I didn't even pray. Hold on. I didn't pray real quick. That's why I'm all over the place. Lord God, thank you, God, for allowing me to make it through this day, God. Thank you, God, for your grace, your mercy. Thank you, God. Holy Spirit, I want to welcome you into this place, God. Please give me the words to say to your people. God, give me the words that's going to penetrate their hearts, minds, souls upon today, God. Calm my nerves, calm my anxiety. I decrease and you increase. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. What's up, y'all? I had to go ahead and get that little quick prayer because I usually pray before every video or whatever because I know I'm a rambler. But if I don't pray, I'm just going to really, really ramble. And I feel like that's what I just did or whatever. But nonetheless, y'all, today's topic, we are going to, it was motivated actually by me. Okay, so today we're going to talk about how to stop intrusive thoughts or fear. And so the reason why I decided to, and my goal now is to drop at least 3 videos a week, right? I want to say 2 to 3 videos, but the first one being on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So that's my goal. Well, I did not have enough time to actually record the video today, so that's why I'm going live. Okay, I gotta go live because today was just it was all over the place. But I want to talk about how to stop your intrusive intrusive or fearful thoughts, right? So like today they came up on me so freaking bad. Okay, like I was like afraid, and I don't know why I was so afraid. And as business owners, we got to realize that when we have those intrusive thoughts or when we have those fear, we got to be able to recognize what it is and call it out and still keep on going, right? So today I was having the thoughts of, right, like I'm here for this, thank you, yes. And we don't understand how much. I was looking at this morning, I was looking at this guy called K King on Instagram, right? I was looking at his information and he was talking about how we don't value ourselves as human beings and therefore it trickles over into your business. And he was like, the reason why you can't charge your prices for, like he was just talking about for your services is because you don't value yourself as a person. And I was just like, bruh, like you is all in my business, okay? Like, why are you all in my business? And so it's not that I just don't value myself like talking about, but sometimes I can struggle back and forth with charging certain prices or telling people my price or whatever. I think somebody had asked me about a one-on-one session on YouTube. They was like, hey, like how much is it for a consultation with you? Like when people ask me for consultations, I immediately freeze up and it takes me days to reply. Like for whatever reason, intrusive thoughts or fear. Like I'll eventually reply back to them, but it's going to take me a day or two or whatever. Like I just won't immediately be like, boom, here's that. Like it's something that I have issues that I have with money and having a whole poverty mindset, and that I'm still working on. So like that's why last week I had did the video about about struggling with charging my clients, like all of these intrusive thoughts, fear. It all comes. That's why it's so important for us to go to therapy too, so that we can work some of these things out, so that way that we don't actually allow that to really and truly impact our business. You know what I'm saying? Like are you are your business. This is why I'm starting my mental health private practice fee for a 1 hour session being 150. Know your worth is so important. Absolutely. And see, and I'm so glad that you're charging that $150, because it's for here in my area. We couldn't charge that, because I stay in a small rural community, and I'm not even gonna say like what stats for stats. Like I can't lie and be like, yeah, I could. No, I couldn't. Because stats don't lie, and we. But see, that's another thing as a private practice owner. That's stuff that you have to learn and things of that nature too. What would your area support? Our medium income is like $27,000. Like we are super poor. We are super poor down here. Like some of our people are like super poor, like down here or whatever. And the rent is ridiculous. It doesn't even support our medium income. So nonetheless, so that's why, like, when you're doing your practice, you have to understand. Yep, you got to know where you are too. I'm in Asheville. Okay, Asheville, North Carolina. So like understanding all of these thoughts and stuff. That's why I'm moving toward. That's why I'm moving towards like. That's why I say I want to do contracts and stuff like that. I don't necessarily want to continue with a lot of my practice doing directly with people. I want to work with companies that'll pay for it, and I want to work with, like, there is so much money out there for people with non-profit. Like, that's why I got to start a nonprofit. There's so much freaking money out there, y'all. That's free money that can be done for grants. That can be like, we got to position ourselves and be in a room with different audience, with different people, tapping into. This is why networking is so important. Like, I want to say, I started seeing that it was a lot of money out there, that where I can get that money and provide free services for people. I was awoken to that thought probably like in 2022, and then it was confirmed this year. Like, when I started speaking about, like, like, I want to know how I can get government contracts. I think that when I made the vendor list video, when I had said everybody needs to become a vendor for their state, because that's where the contracts are at. When I put that video out, so many of my Instagram friends, my Facebook friends were DMing me, telling me, the state would give you millions of dollars for this. This person would give you millions of dollars for this. And I was like, I knew the money was out there, but I just didn't know how to get it. And y'all mean to tell me y'all was going to tell me about it if I would have said about vendors? Like, this is like, I was just, and so many people were just like, when you get ready, or when you get ready to do what you get your stuff together, let me know, because I work with this person right here. We have to start using social media as a way of networking, because who is on your social media list and what do they do for a job? I know I'm completely off subject, but this is where I feel like the Lord is leading me. Your social media people, they work in different areas, and that is your network. And if you are offering value to them, okay, let me say this. This is another reason why we, I'm for sure, it's for sure out there, especially after COVID. Baby, they was giving away so much COVID money. Like, people were getting millions of dollars and starting new programs, and now the COVID money is starting to dry up. And because this coalition that I'm on, like, they was giving so much they had so much COVID money, they didn't know what to do with it. So they created, because they had to spend it, they decided to get a travel bus so that they can travel around the state to different areas. The bus in itself was like almost $1 million. Like, y'all got that much money, y'all don't know what to do with it. Like, so the money is out there. We just gotta position ourselves. But like I was saying, with your social media connections and stuff like that, like we have to stop. We have to add value, right? So what value? This is another thing Kate King was talking about this morning. He was like, what value are you adding to your community and stuff like that? He was like, you have to add value before you ask people to buy something from you or whatever. And my thing was, I was like, I know I add value, but I don't add value to my community consistently. That's what I struggle with. I struggle with being consistent. But like I was saying, like with my social media community, like when I talked about vendors list, I mean not vendors list, but when I talked about becoming a vendor with your state. So again, if you are not a vendor with your state, research how to become a vendor with your state. Like ever since I became a vendor with my, and the only reason why I became a vendor with the state is because a state agency wanted to buy coloring books from me. And so the coloring books just made it in. This is why y'all also need to create a product, okay? So I talked about that last week. Go watch the videos about 3 incomes that a therapist should have, okay? I talked about that and why it's so important for you to create a product. And I may even do my how to self-publish course again, how to self-publish in 30 days again, because I need you to create this product, right? So the state agency bought, when it was, I presented in March. I presented at this community meeting, right? I told them who I was. And at first I had the initial thought to bring my coloring books. I have a coloring book. I have the African American, a family of coloring books, y'all. Here they go right here. The boy, the mom, the daddy, and I got the mama somewhere around here. And so like I had to present, just telling people who I was. And so like at first I wasn't going to bring the coloring books out because it was a room full of white people. But I decided to bring them out anyway because God had told me to. And I was like, yeah, this is my coloring book for the African American family, boom, boom, boom. And I just showed the room. And one of the state workers, she was like, yo, after the meeting, she was like, hey, I want to talk to you about buying some of your coloring books. And I was like, really? And so I was like, okay. So she was like, let's set up a meeting and all of that. So that was like in March. So now I have a meeting with her. She buys 100. She was like, yo, I want to buy some coloring books. She was like, the fiscal year is going to end in July. So I need to spend some money with you right now. She's like, I need to spend some money, but she say, I'm not gonna be able to buy that many because the fiscal year is ending. But when the fiscal year turn over in July, I'll be back because we're gonna go to an event and we're gonna need about like 500 coloring books. My coloring books are $14.99. This woman bought 150 coloring books at $14.99. That's over $2,000. Like the coloring books just came in. Right there. That's the coloring books right there. Right? There go the coloring books right there. They just came in. I ain't do nothing but order the coloring books from Amazon. I ain't do nothing but order the books from Amazon. Like, cause that's what they published it. That's why I got them at over $2,000. All I had to do was get up there and that's all I did was talk. And then because she's going to pass them out, and bruh, like this is why we got to have a product. Okay? You need a product. Yes, I think you said does kids still color? Yes, they do still color. They do. They do still color. And adults too as well. I mean, yeah, adults too as well or whatever. So like And so like I have like I said, I have a whole family. And so with these coloring books, they're therapeutic coloring books. They come 3 in 1. They come with affirmations, they come with a coloring page, and they come with a journal page. So I use them in therapy, all the time. And this is like again, this is why we need to I call that 30-year-old. Yes, it helps with anxiety, it helps with depression, it helps with so much or whatever. So like there is a whole market for a lot of people out there now. And so us as therapists, like you just teach people how to use your product. Girl, I am all off subject. But yeah, so easy, right? That was just, and I guess it falls back to upon subject too as well. Oh crap, I may need to color. Yes. But it also goes back because if we're talking about, how to stop intrusive thoughts and fear, like a lot of people have ideas for products, but they're allowing their intrusive thoughts and fear to stop them. No, you're getting a customer. You know what? Put them on a shirt like an iron. Oh, that'll be dope. Where people can color. I wonder if there's something where people can actually color their like if you put the coloring page on the t-shirt, like what type of fabric, tie-dye too, yeah, what type of coloring would they need, like what type of colors or like products that they would need that they can be able to color the t-shirt that yeah, it's almost like in my mind it's almost like a paint and sip, but instead of a canvas you actually have a t-shirt where you can paint it. That'll be dope. Marker water. Okay, marker water. Like I'm gonna have to look into that. I'm gonna have to really look into that. Yes, where they can actually paint on the t-shirt and stuff like that. Thanks, Danielle, for all you do. It really helps me as a associate counselor. You're so welcome, Marco Water. I'm gonna have to look into that, Marco Water. Look at me, y'all. Like yo, take these ideas too, and do it in your area. Let me see what Marco Water is, baby. Y'all might give me an idea. Y'all know, y'all know what's the name coming up? What this people is? Mental Health Awareness Month. I low key, yep, I did think you was a troll. I had a troll earlier. Dang, I'm gonna have to look into that though. And see, I do a lot of coloring, a lot in my group therapy sessions. So why you don't have a coloring book? Do you have a coloring book, sir? Do you have a coloring book? And that way that people can buy your coloring book. Yeah. So this is the little girl, and so this is what they look like on the inside. So you see the journal page, and you see like the affirmation on top. Um, I am worthy of love. And so, like how you would use it with the kid, you can tell them, like you can say, okay, what do you can use this, what it says, I am golden. So you can ask them why they color, what does I am golden mean? And then they can start telling you, you can say, oh, write it down on your journal page. And they can write it down on their journal page what I am golden means, or they can talk about their day. So write down about your day and tell me how it is, and they can just be coloring and all of this other kind of stuff. Like this is, if you really want to think about it, this is 30 sessions. I have 30. This is 30. It actually comes with 30 journal pages, 30 coloring pages. In real life, this is 30 sessions. That's it. Okay, I run a donut shop 7 days a week, so I need stress relief and therapist. Yeah, so like, come on. So like this right here this is for the girls, and all of them look the same. You know, like I don't necessarily deviate. Like they all got the same concept. Journal page, and this page. Yes, really, really great. Really, like this is because they are talking points. Okay, what this one say? This one say it's okay not to be okay. So you can start your therapy session off. Okay, so what does it mean? It's okay not to be okay, or you can explain to the person what it means, and then y'all can talk about it, and then boom, like this is a year. This is if you see, this is almost a year's worth of intervention, like a year's worth of therapy sessions in 30 for $14.99, bro. That's all I'm saying. And if you create your own thing, somebody called me today from New Jersey. Shout out to New Jersey. She was saying she was calling me because she has came across the how to self-publish course or whatever. And so I do offer a how to self-publish in 30-day course. And so she had came across it and she was like, yo, when are you going to order it again? And so, I mean, I when are you gonna order it? When you gonna do it again? And so, we talked about it or whatever. And I was telling her, like, she's a therapist herself. And so, I was telling her about like what she can create or whatever. I got a screenshot. I'll be looking into this tomorrow. Yes, you come on. I love to see it. You know what I'm saying? And when you put yours together, man, let me know so I can buy one. And so me and her were talking, like, as therapists, especially if you want to expand into a group practice, you really should like create something like as far as in a self-guided journal or a guided journal or either a coloring book, and like you can get like if you have other therapists or if you have provisional licensed therapists, like you can tell all their clients, especially their kids or whatever, like in order for you to come to practice, you're going to need to buy a coloring book. And with this coloring book, we're going to use this coloring book as a guide, okay, for our sessions. So each time the person comes, they need to do that. They need to bring their coloring book, and then they need to you just need to do. Okay, so we're gonna talk about, so they know what you're gonna talk about, and then if they want to write something on the journal page, you know what I'm saying, before they come, they can do that. But this is what we're going to essentially for a whole 1 year, we're going to complete this coloring book. Okay, cool. So like this could really be, and I was telling the lady that I was like, because she's like she got a big practice actually. She got like 13 therapists or whatever. And so I was just like, you can create like a document where you can sell to your clients like some type of curriculum she can create, and she can get everybody to, this is what we're going to do from this curriculum that I got published. This is what we're going to do, how we're going to treat our patients and stuff like that. So yeah, what about a coloring book says DBT crossword book for a school? Yes, I just heard about, what is it, it's a new word, a new training that I really just heard with. I don't mostly work with children, let me say that. I work with mostly adults. And so is it DBT? I think that might be what it was. I just heard of this term this year, and I was like, okay. My coloring books, because I had heard about it at a training, and I was like, dang, I think my coloring books, and they was like, your coloring books would really and truly be a great addition to whatever that training was. I think it was DBT, because I sure enough was going to look into it, and so I was going to present that to my local school boards to see if they would buy from me, right? If they would buy the coloring books and they could use this as training and stuff like that. So all the things are the things I done got on here. But yeah, let me get back to my little subject. I work with 8 to 18-year-old. What I like is dialectical behavior therapy, working with kids and anxiety. Yes. Okay. That's what's up. That's not. But I don't think that that's the training that I was. Dang, I really wish I could remember what type of what it was that I recently came across because it was. I was like lit. I was excited about it, bro. Um, but yeah, I was excited about it. Um, but I can't find it. It's too far down. But all right, y'all. So because we are 25 minutes into this thing, okay? Here are five things, okay? Here are five things on how to stop your intrusive thoughts and your fear, okay? Number one, five. I got to get through with what I was supposed to come on here and talk about, y'all. Look, I wrote it down. But I like the dialogue that we have had tonight or whatever. So number one, it's positive self talk to yourself, making sure you're talking to yourself. But like yeah, like today, like well, the reason how this video came out is because I was sitting, I was what I was doing. So on Friday, so I run my practice is I have to have total control over my schedule, right? And so I know I have an EHR system or whatever, but for me, I can't let the EHR, I can't let clients self schedule. Like they have to come through me in order to schedule their session. And so like I know that is a lot of extra work for me, but I don't know. I'm just crazy like that. So like my client, so like every month I send out a text message and I be like, hey, here's the availabilities that I have for the month. Choose the date and time that you like and let me know what works for you, right? And so I did that Friday and like about 15 or 20% of my clients responded. And it was late. It was kind of late on Friday. So this morning I was like, yo, I was like, do I text them back? Do I send them a reminder? Do I do this? And I was like, no, I don't want to do that. I'm just telling myself, no, I don't want to do that because I feel like that may be too much or whatever I thoughts I was having in my mind or whatever. And then something was like, girl, like those were the intrusive, fear driven thoughts. And then something was like, girl, you better take some people. You ain't got that many clients for this week because like I went my schedule for last month, it went from the first to the last day of April. So I'm missing clients on the first and the second of this month or whatever. And it was like, girl, you ain't got no clients on the first or the second. Who you gonna see? What type of money you gonna make? You better text them people. And sure enough, soon as I text them, they start texting me back or whatever. They was like, oh, sorry, I forgot. It was late Friday. It was like probably like almost the end of the business day, right? You don't do regularly scheduled recurring sessions. For some, I do it for some, but not a lot. I probably have about, at first I had a lot of reoccurring at the same time regularly scheduled people, but then they wasn't doing right. So I took them off. I probably have about every week, I probably have about 5 to 10 reoccurring people every week or whatever, whether they weekly or whether they every other week. But when I was doing that, I was having people who was, oh, I can't make it today, or oh, I can't do this. And once you start doing all of that, you start messing with my schedule. And so I just take you off. You no longer have the privilege of having that reoccurring spot every week. No, I don't. I used to do that for I used to do that for one of my LMSWs, but she kept missing. No, ma'am, you're going to get this text message just like everybody else. And so like for me, when we do that, it's like when I be like, cause it's a privilege to have reoccurring sessions every day at the same time a week. That's a privilege. That's not something that should be taken lightly. And so you got 1 or 2 times to screw me over, and I'm just gonna give you a spot away, especially if it's a prime time spot. For me, prime time spots are evening appointments because my evening appointments run from I see people every hour on an hour. I see 4, 5, and 6. Those are prime time hours for me because people that's after work. So when you start missing those prime time hours where I know that I can get somebody to fill it, oh no, ma'am. No, ma'am. You, no, ma'am, no, sirs. you, you no longer get this, okay? Like, you no longer get this special treatment or whatever. You didn't have to worry about appointments. Now, when you start missing them, you get thrown in the fold just like everybody else, and first come, first serve. That's how I do it now. Like, you can start off every other, like, and I know things happen. I know life happens and all of this other kind of stuff. I get that. But man, like, I had to tell, like, I shot my clients an email. I shot my clients a text message last week. Yo, a lot of y'all signed this no show, no policy. And I have been very lenient. I have been very lenient, and I have not been charging y'all. But last week, I don't know what it was, but it was 5 to 6 people that needed to reschedule their appointments, reschedule or cancel at the last minute. 5 to 6 people. I said, oh no, ma'am, no, ma'am, no, sirs. No, ma'am, let me text y'all real quick. For May, before I send out my May schedule, make sure y'all get these appointment times. And people are saying, I got work. What you think I'm doing? You know what I'm saying? What you think I gotta work? That they call me back into work. So when you don't show up, so I had to quickly remind them, baby, look, before y'all schedule these appointments in May, y'all need to make sure that y'all are available for this time and that y'all are taking these appointments seriously. Okay? Because when y'all don't show up, we cannot bill the insurance company. So therefore, you will be responsible for your bill, not the insurance company. That go. So people were like, got it. Thank you. I received it, liked it, loved it. I just need to before I send out the schedule, make sure, like, bro, I get emergencies happen. I'm not talking about that. You on your way to the hospital. Mama sick. Mama may not make it. I don't want you to be like, dang, yeah, I gotta go see. No, go check on mama. Kid is sick, like super sick. Go check on the kid now. I'm talking about that. But I'm just talking about when you start saying work is your excuse. Don't schedule your appointments during work hours. And I have a lot of clients that schedule appointments during work hours. And I'm actually thinking about reevaluating that too, because how available are you when you're at work? Even though I know people have made significant strides or whatever with therapy, but I wonder how much more strides can you make if you're not at work? Like, I want you to give your undevoted attention to your therapy process. And when you're at work, you know what I'm saying? Like, you trying to do work, you trying to handle this, you trying to handle that. So you're distracted at the same time or whatever. So like, I think that for me, that's the downside of virtual. That's one of the downsides of virtual is that you have the more flexibility to do whatever it is that you desire to do outside. Like I said, people are doing it at work. Calls are coming in or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, what else we got up in here? I will be charging the full fee if they late cancel appointment. People have to respect your time. Absolutely. That's what I did a lot for a lot of people last week. Like, some people, they just got charged. Like, I'm sorry. And I charged my appointment, and this was one of the best things I could have started, is that I charge all my copays. Whoever got paid cash for the day, I charge that between 7:30 and 9 a.m. And so we go throughout the day. So because the reason why I do that is because, truth be told, I be forgetting. I be forgetting to charge people, and it can be weeks before I remember to charge them for their copay. And so when I do this set between 7:30 and 9 a.m., like I'm not even at the office, I'm at the house or whatever when I'm charging them. So like I charge them before my day even gets started. So that way when they come into therapy sessions, we can go ahead and get started and we can just boom, we ain't got to worry about it or whatever. And I know when I put this on I think I put this on social media, people were like, what happens if they no show, or what happens if you need to cancel? I just return their money. That's it. And if they no show or if they no cancel, depending on what it is, they don't get their money back at all, or else I need to go back in and I need to charge more, depending on what the issue is. So yeah, so that's kind of like what I do. But let me give y'all my 5 steps and then I'm going to get on about here. Because it is 35 to 35 minutes into this thing. Like, I'm going to have to start going live with y'all at least once a week where y'all can bring questions or whatever it is that maybe. All right, so the 5 steps that I have about how to stop your intrusive thoughts and fear. Number 1, positive self-talk. Positive self-talk to yourself. Really build yourself up and stuff like that. How do you hold those boundaries on charging the late fees, and what is your limit on cancellation before termination? Mine is 3 late cancellations within 5 weeks before we discuss termination. Ooh, that's good. For me, I don't have many. Last week was just, I don't know what last week really was or whatever, but I would tell a person, because like I don't really have many no shows, or if I do, they're very sporadically. Like they're not that many. Like they're just not. So I haven't had to actually terminate somebody because of that. Right? Because I will always send out these warning text messages like I did last week to remind them, because some of my patients have been here years. So they forget. Some of them remember, but some of them really don't forget. And I remember to tell them, like, y'all signed this in the intake paperwork. So y'all agreed to this. And so just gotta send out reminders. So like I try to do reminders before it get too bad. Like last week, I don't know what it was about last week, but the people that they still got charged, they didn't have a problem with it. They were just like it was their fault. They knew that it was their fault because I'm sitting up there waiting on them. So like a lot of them are cool with it, but I did have one person, and she was like, I'm just going to discontinue services. And she was fairly new. I think that was probably like her third time coming to see me. And so she was just like she was like, if I have to pay, even though you signed it in your paperwork, if I have to pay for services that I have to miss, and I have a job that's, her job, whatever her job is, it called her back and forth to work, and she had to do a lot of traveling. And she was like, she was just going to discontinue services, and I was like, that's fine, you know. So I'll probably send her a letter, and I'm going to send her a letter, and I'm also going to send her some recommendations to other therapists too as well. So like it's no hard feelings, it's no bad blood for me. It is what it is, and I think that a lot of therapists, they may be more lenient than me, but I think that a lot of therapists have the same policy about no shows, or either I talk to people, like I have to talk to a lot of people who reschedule. Maybe when they start rescheduling a lot, I would then say, hey, maybe we may need to talk about decreasing therapy, because it looks like you may be doing a whole lot better. That's how I enter that conversation when I have a lot of people that are rescheduling that does it in a timely manner. We may need to decrease therapy, or we may need to terminate therapy altogether. And a lot of them be like, oh yeah. And a lot of them may be like, if they're weekly, yeah, let's try every 2 weeks. That's one of the main telltale signs for me when we need to start going to every 2 weeks and not weekly anymore. So we'll go from bi-weekly, and then from bi-weekly we'll go monthly, and a lot of my clients don't want to terminate, so they'll just do monthly. I have a lot of people on monthly right now. So and we go from there. And if they need me or anything like that, they can call and get an extra session. But a lot of them just be like, they want to call and talk to me about, tell them what happened and stuff like that too. What's going on within I think it's a safety net. Yes, yes, yes. No problem. So I think it's a lot of safety net for a lot of people to still have access to their therapist at least once a month or whatever. But yeah, so I think that we'll go from once a month and then we'll go to like every quarter. Like I do have people who are quarterly too as well. Because I just thought about it. One of my clients, I didn't see him for 2 months, and it's like, yeah, I didn't see him for 2 months, and so I'll see him next month. Because he already texted me when I'm coming back, when I got to see you this month or whatever. So that's how we do therapy. But okay, y'all, let me finish this list. All right, I'm gonna say it again one more time. Positive. Number one, positive self-talk. Number two, remind yourself of the last time you did something and you did it great. Number three, build your confidence. That's so important. Build your confidence. Build yourself up. Number four, it works for me. Bitch, you're broke. I'm just broke. I'm broke. I gotta do it. Okay, I gotta do it. I may not want to do it, but I gotta do it. Number five, do that ish anyway. And that's your 5 ways on how to stop your intrusive thoughts. We just gotta do it anyway, bro. Especially if you're a private practice owner, you're not just a private practice owner, but if you're a business owner, you gotta do the stuff anyway. You can't be business owner and then be afraid and you just be timid. No, do that ish afraid, okay? So nonetheless, y'all, that's all I got for y'all beautiful people on tonight. Thank you for rocking with me for these 41 minutes. And we're gonna be back with constant content. We getting better over here, okay? Let me go record the video about how much money I made today. Mondays I don't see clients, but this is why we gotta, you know what, I may talk about how to create CEU courses this week. Because I was struggling with what I'm gonna talk about this week. But y'all gotta start creating courses and stuff like that. So I created CEU workshops, and today I made, how much I made today? I made $235. I don't see clients on Mondays, okay? So this is not client money. I made $235.33 from workshops. I am offering 18 hours because Louisiana, our CEUs stops June 30th. So I'm offering from between May 18th through June 30th, I'm offering 18 hours. Bitch, I am hustling, okay? I'm offering 18 hours. And so this person right here bought 4 classes. Whoever this is, they need that class. And so in Louisiana, we also have to have 10 hours in person. And this is new for us this year because of COVID. When COVID came, we can do all of them virtually. So a lot of people stopped offering in-person CEUs. So this is how we take advantage, right? As therapists, as business owners, this is how you take advantage of it. So a lot of people stopped offering CEUs in person, and because it's easier to do it online, right? And so I offer both. I offer in person and I offer online or whatever. And I can understand why people don't offer in person no more, because sometimes it's not even worth it. You know, like a lot of people are scrambling now to get in person, but I've seen a lot of therapists be like, I've seen a lot of providers be like, they offered an in-person class, but only 4 people showed up. So they didn't even have enough money to cover, they didn't even make enough money to cover the building. So that's what I'm seeing a lot of right now. Even though people need in person, the provider who is actually providing the in-person is not making enough money to cover the cost of the building. But I have my own building, so that's how I'm able to offer in-person anyway or whatever, because it's not an extra added expense for me. So if you have a building, why are you not, and you have a training room or facility, why are you not offering CEUs? And you know our professionals need it. Get on it, people. We are gonna do better. We're gonna do better in 2024, okay? Get to it. I'm telling myself that too as well. So yeah, so today I made $235 and off of CEU courses. And I ain't see nobody today. I'm just saying there's money to be made. And I offer my CEU courses at an affordable price. You know, they're $50 for 3. That's it. So nonetheless, beautiful people, I love y'all. Y'all have an amazing evening. If these videos help, y'all please jump in the comment section below. But make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe to this YouTube channel. All right? See y'all later. Peace.